What is this thing by the trash can? It's a scooter box. It says free. Are you serious? Oh my god, guys, it's in there. We just got a free scooter, an upgrade. Let's go. Trying to put this one where it belongs. I guess we'll just leave that one for the next guy. This one looks way faster and better. Let's go unbox it quick. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a brand new scooter, the Navee ST3 Pro. Full disclosure, no, it was not free on the side of the bike path. They did send this to me to review it like usual, but I thought that'd be a funny intro. How you guys doing? Welcome back to Scoota Gang. Let's get this thing unboxed. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, this is the third Navee I've actually reviewed. The first two were really good, but they both topped out at 20 miles an hour, I think, and that was my biggest complaint with them. This one goes 25, so it's a bit faster, has all the new features and stuff like Apple Find My. It looks really nice, so see how it rides. That's what really matters, right? Shout out to summertime while we're here. We get to do this outside today because it's so beautiful. We got to get a few screws in and maybe we can give this a little test ride right now around the park. Oh yeah. You ready to see this bad boy? Come in closer. Come here. Come see him. Look at that. Yeah. Wow. It's like carbon fiber. Look at that. And that pops in the sun. Wow. This is a beginner level scooter, guys. It's about 950 bucks, but it's very nice quality. That's what everybody's been saying in the reviews. So we're going to double check all that. First impressions, that's a beautiful body. I'll start and show you guys a couple things that they want me to mention here. So this suspension on here should be really good. Let's take a jump quick. Ooh, that's very cushy. Feels just similar to the S65C, the last Navee I reviewed, as far as the suspension, so I like that. It had a really good suspension. It had a great suspension for bunny hopping too. You can take this thing, hop over anything on the road. This should be a great little fun scooter to ride. 25 is fast enough to hurt yourself. Make sure if you guys get a scooter like this, you get a helmet. Yeah, guys, if you don't know yet, scooters are super easy to put together. When you get them out of the box, typically, you only got to screw in the handlebars. Now, when you guys get this, and any scooter for that matter, they're always sending it out with some cheapo tool. I would just go and buy your own Allen wrenches because these are made of way better steel. And even something as simple as putting in this bolt right here, if you use a crappy tool, you're going to strip it out and you're going to have issues with your scooter from day one where the handlebars are going to be a bit wobbly. So when you guys get this scooter, you're going to have to use an app like a lot of scooters these days and see how quickly it'll link here. Oh, there it is right there. Bang. Agree. I did already have the app downloaded and made an account, but that's how quick it'll link once you get the scooter if you already do that while it's on the way. Riding guide, blah, blah, blah. How do I get full speed, baby? Okay, so in the app, we can slide to lock the scooter on and off. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off right now because we need to see our screen. There's the screen on this scooter. It's got speed, drive mode there. Let's see if we can change it. Oh, we're in S. We're in S now. So let's give this thing a rip. See if it's not restricted at all. It says we've got 65% battery. Let's see what she's got. The tires, I did not pump up. And I will warn you guys, most of the time when you get a scooter, you need to pump the tires up right away. But these feel pretty good. They feel really good. So I'm going to just rip it here for a little bit and we'll go pump those up later today. But here we go, guys. Welcome to the Navee ST3 Pro. Let's go figure out if this scooter's good or not. Very smooth. Smooth takeoff, smooth suspension. I'll be interested to see with it on the fully unlocked settings. Woo! Very nice suspension. Very nice suspension on this thing. Can't complain at all. Yeah, even through the little secret tunnel here. Nice suspension. All right, here's Jordan. What do you think, Jordan?
And off the bat, the suspension is super cushy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that works.
This is a great scooter for all you guys that are looking to get into scooters that want something very comfortable that's not going to break the bank. Like, it's under $1,000 bucks. It's super nice. 25 miles an hour is basically the speed limit in most cities. So you won't have any issue with cops and stuff on this scooter. And it does look really nice. It looks flashy.
Super fun.
When you first get this Navee ST3 Pro, it's going to be in a restricted mode, only go like 20 miles an hour. So they sent this directions on how we can unlock it. So basically we turn the scooter on, brake lever plus power button for 7 seconds. There you go. And then pull the brake. I guess let's try it with the zeros. That's really the only thing here that's changeable. Alright, let's see if that fixed this scooter. Just like I said, it was at 25. Top speed is the advertised top speed, but it's only going 20 out of the box. Getting a little more there, 22. The brakes also came super weak on this. You can see this one pulls all the way into the handlebar there. So not the happiest with this scooter right out of the box, that considering that you got to press a lot of buttons to get max speed and unlock like a secret mode almost. And then also just like the brakes already need to be adjusted. For a new person, that's holy shit. For a new person, it's a bit of a problem if the brakes are not good right out of the box. Why? Because most new people buying this type of scooter don't really know how to do anything with the brakes to begin with. They're gonna have to learn that skill right on day one right now. Show what I'm talking about. This literally should not pull all the way in like that. This side not quite as bad, but still pulls all the way in. Show you guys how to fix that. Scooter's definitely got some power, as you saw there, a little accidental wheelie, but the build quality and the fit and finish is up for debate, especially with things like the brakes needing adjustment. That's something that can easily be checked at the factory before they send these out. There's just not enough quality control going on where they would catch that, obviously, because it's both brakes. One pull of it here right would tell you it needs to be tightened. Luckily, these are very easy to tighten, and how you do it is you sort of let it free spin like that, and you can pull this. You can see where it starts really generating friction back here, so you're going to want it a lot closer. And so to tighten this up, you're going to pull this arm that way, and at the same time you're going to spin this nut right here. It's super easy to tighten these brakes. Give it a few spins, give it another pull here, much tighter, but we're going to give it even a few more spins. And this is something that, like I was saying, this is just a quality control issue. They should really have these brakes tight at the factory. Much better there. Let's do the back one quick. Now, it doesn't necessarily make this a bad scooter, but it does make it a bit more of a pain in the ass, right, when you get it out of the box and you got to do something already. This back one, if you're a new person, is going to be a little bit trickier. So you're going to have to take some slack out of this brake right here. Get this loosened up. And pull it up a bit like that. Let's see if it's any better now. It's a bit better now. We're not pulling all the way to the brake handle here, but we can still make it a little tighter, I think. Spin it like this, make sure it's not rubbing, then you can go a little tighter still. So anyways, guys, this is the type of thing that all entry-level scooters are going to be like this, where you got to make brake adjustments pretty often. Yeah, it does kind of stink to do it right out of the box, but you're going to do it every couple hundred miles anyway, so you might as well learn how to do it. Is it the end of the world? No. I do still dock them a point for sloppy assembly, just a little bit. But there we go. Now you can see fully pulling as hard as I can, doesn't touch. Same here, doesn't touch. That's what you're looking for in your brakes. The scooter will ride a lot better now. This is just gonna be like a first impressions ride, guys. I'm gonna ride this a few times off camera and make the review in like 2 or 3 weeks. Like I was saying, I've reviewed the Navee V40, S65C, and I think the V50 if I remember before, and they were great little scooters. They're coming from Xiaomi. This is basically a Xiaomi. It's their other brand, like a premium brand, almost like Toyota Lexus. Same thing with Xiaomi and Navee. This is their premium lineup. Very nice feeling to these scooters. Well built. I thought they were always solid, and this one feels the same. Very solid. Now I'm going to keep an eye on the kick to start on this scooter because it was a little finicky on the S65C, to the point where I told them they should probably change that. And same with this model. It has it on there and there's no way to turn it off yet, but there is an app, and they said they were going to add that to the next version of the app when I emailed them and just asked them about that. So that's something that, you know, you hope will get done and improve the scooter. For a lot of people, look at that, locking up the brakes. Really good brakes. Nice scooter. You made the mom laugh. That's hilarious. But yeah, guys, this is a good little scooter to take out if you live in a hilly area, because not only does it have really nice dual braking that we just demonstrated, let me show you again. Look at that. But it also has pretty good power, as you saw by my accidental wheelie at the beginning of the video. Ride's really nice, but we're about to hit some railroads right here. Let's see how they feel and how they sound. You got to be careful not to pull a wheelie on this thing when you're going over bumps. If you pull up the handlebars, it starts to wheelie you pretty quick with that amount of power in the rear end. Pretty quiet over all that stuff to my ears. You really got to be careful when you pull up on these handlebars. This scooter is so light, you will pop a massive wheelie if you're not careful. Now, if I was a younger version of myself, I'd just start popping wheelies and show off for you guys. But I'm at the way past the point. If you get this scooter, pop some wheelies for me. Now we're cruising it. 25 on the dash. Scooter cruise is very nice. The suspension is there. I do wish maybe it was a little bit firmer, just because it seems like I'm near the bottom. I might be bottoming out. But we'll take a look at that on video here and do some jumps. Let's do some jumps on video and show you the suspension. Woo, let's cruise it down the hill. It does kind of speed restrict right at 25. We'll take it down a big ass hill and see how it does on a big one. That is a nice bell too. I like the shape of the bell and the finger of it. The flick of it. It sounds good. Can't complain with that at all. It's nice having a scooter with the bell when you're on the bike path. Underrated. This is such a beautiful path this time of the year. We're just cruising it. Two types of people in this world. There's people that are in a rush, and there's people that are not in a rush. And this is the type of scooter for people who are not in a rush. People who just want to cruise it and have a beautiful ride through their city. Not worry about cars or anything, because they got bike paths that slice and dice and take them to the coolest spots without ever having to see a single traffic jam or car. Brake check. Yeah. You can tell that back end locks up just a little bit harder, which makes sense because it does have the disc brakes on it. Drum brake up here is just not going to be quite as strong ever as the disc brake in the rear. So if you slam on both brakes equally, you're going to end up with the rear end sort of sliding a little bit. So just, you got to be aware of that. And I think if you emergency brake in a corner, it might be a little sketchy on this scooter. Which way is this guy? I'm going to go off-road. Fuck it. That is the beauty of having a nice suspension, is you can go around anything going on like that. Scooter's got good pickup though as you sort of brake and then accelerate between people running. It's definitely got plenty. I'm going 21 back up the hill here. It's got plenty, 22. It's a little bit faster than your old Xiaomi. Coming up. Not everybody is pro scooter, and that's something you'll learn if you don't own a scooter yet and you buy one. There's a lot of haters coming up, but a lot of people love scooters too. That's why it's a bit controversial, and I think it will always remain that way. of what scooters should be allowed where, and etc. etc. The kick to start kind of fucks with you there, because if you're really trying to slow roll it, even there you can't even get it started going up a hill. So I really hope they take my advice and put the setting in to remove the kick to start, because look, kick to start exists for beginners, but it's a hindrance to anyone with skill who's trying to ride a scooter. So this is a bit more of an advanced scooter that, you know, I feel like most people that buy this scooter are onto their second scooter right here. This is not a first scooter for most people. You've already owned like a $200-300 scooter and you're looking for a nice one. That's what this is for. And so you don't really need those safety features to be required on something like this. Like, I get if it's a kid's scooter, leave the kick to start like always on. But for these adult scooters like this, you really should make it so it rides more predictably, which is with it off, where you just get full throttle as you pull. It smells like sunscreen around here. I didn't even realize we were going by the pool right there until I smelled it. That's funny. That time of the year. Happy summer. We can definitely turn around. Just try a little off-roading on our way back. Hope we make it back on this scooter here. We're definitely down to like 60% or something. I wasn't really paying attention on the thing. Whoops. Thank you. That helps me conserve range. If you want to get better range, what you do is you got to obviously slow down a bit. I'm going too fast still. But crouch a bit, get into a lower position with less wind resistance. If you also eat less junk food, you'd go a little farther too. Now, one of their selling points on this scooter is that you don't lose your top speed as you get lower in the battery. So let's see if we can still hit 25 right now. We're like down to almost half battery. And there it is. We're still hitting top speed easily. Feels like it has more. If we get down to 2 bars, I'm gonna start freaking out because I haven't had range anxiety in a long time. Most of those huge scooters in our garage have so much range that you can't even ride them past like half before you're so tired that you just go home. But this type of scooter right here, you'll probably ride the full range out of it every time, which makes that feature a lot more important that I was just talking about, where it sustains its top speed farther into the battery. It's got to do with having a 48 volt battery too. These things are plenty powerful. Screw it, we're gonna keep going fast until it gets us down, until we're down at 2 bars, and then we're gonna keep going fast again, and then when we're at 1 bar, we'll slow down. Cruising right now. Wow. Let's get a little low. Yeah, conserve the juice through the wind. You can feel there's a pretty big headwind going this way. That must have been a tailwind going the other way, which is what scares me right now about our range. We may have miscalculated on how much this scooter can do at 25 mile an hour speeds, because we are just locked in right now at full throttle. Oh, we're down to 2 bars. There it is. 2 bars. Oh, shoot. We are still like 3 or 4 miles from home right now. Let's see if we can make it going fast. Woo! This is gonna be interesting. Maybe we should coast down the hill here. Let's coast it. Man, I had to do the walk of shame one time right up here by this high V. I hope I don't have to do it again. Alright, I think once we get to the top of this hill, I'm gonna drop into drive mode. Screw it. I'm getting real scared. The end of the battery on scooters usually does not last as long as you hope. D mode is even going 12. Yeah, that's too slow. Too slow. Let's hope we can get a roll through. Yes. That's how you conserve some juice right there without having to fully start from 0 again. Let's go. We might actually make it back home here. This used to be like the bumpiest bike path I knew of that I would take stuff back here just to test it out. And that's why we're here right now, as you can see. They still have not fixed that, so Scooter feels great over that though. Plenty of suspension. See, here goes the old lady. Let's slow down and just coast it down. Give her a little bell action. Right under the trees. I think we're gonna have to stop here. See, we still got 2 bars, it says. Let's get it. I think we're about 1 mile now. Hopefully we can make it 1 mile on 2 bars. Let's keep cruising it. The fuck is beeping, dude? Oh, that's my blinker. Man, I thought that was that tractor beeping for the last minute. That's hilarious. I was like, is he following me or why is the sound not going away? Alright, here's the rough one. Not bad. We didn't really slow down at all. I did put it in drive for like maybe 10 seconds. Realized that it only goes 12 miles an hour in drive, and I was like, yeah, it's not gonna cut it. We're gonna have to just cruise it in sport mode. This is definitely the time of the year where stuff is super overgrown already, and you can see that it's just like limited visibility on these blind corners. Ready to stop. And definitely don't ever fly by old ladies or babies. That's like my sign to slam on the brakes, is if I see either of those, I am braking 100% of the time. Old ladies and babies. Everybody else, mostly everybody else, it's kind of a 50-50 thing. If they go over the line or whatever, that's kind of on them. But even like right here, you know, like I'm saying, old ladies or babies, you 100% better be on the brakes and not be the one causing the issue. Now, it's different if something happens crazy, but if you're slamming on the brakes every time you see old ladies and babies, that's going to literally avoid 99% of your problems out here on the bike path. At least potential legal problems that could occur riding out here on the bike path. All right, we are on our last bar officially, and we're close enough to home. I'm not too worried about if this scooter actually dies on me. So let's try this big ass hill right here. See if we can even make it up the hill right now. Looks like they're out watering the flowers. That's amazing. I love Iowa. But here we go, hill test. See if it'll make it. 13, 12, 12, 11 miles an hour. But the fact that we are even sustaining this up this hill right now is crazy, because we are literally probably around 15% battery. Let's stop right now after this and see how much battery we're at and show you what the scooter's really got. Because the hill climbing capability always drops with lower battery. Like one of these steepest hills around here. Anybody else that rides here can attest that that hill sucks to ride a bicycle up. According to the app, it says we have 17% battery. So we just hit a massive hill at 11 miles an hour with under 20% battery and no problems at all. I think this scooter's got plenty of juice, plenty of power, plenty of range that'll get you around. So this is about a 10-mile ride we just did, and we were going max speed basically the whole time, full throttle. So 10 miles is about the least you're gonna get out of this scooter. If you weigh, similar to me, that is 200 pounds, made it back with the 1 battery bar. That's a successful first test ride for sure. Welcome back to the garage, guys. We've had this scooter for about 3 weeks. I've ridden it 5 or 6 times now. I've got a bit of a hang for it, and I think we're ready to talk about a few things on it. First, we'll talk about what I like, and then we'll talk about what I don't like and what I think they need to improve on it. First off, I think the power is there. For a single motor scooter, it's incredibly strong. It almost pulls a wheelie on accident if you're not careful. It will take a little bit of getting used to because of the power, but it's something that you'll really appreciate going up big hills. This also has tubeless tires, as you can see from this tubeless valve stem here. That means these are going to last a lot longer than a scooter with tubes in it before you have an issue like a flat tire. Tubes are really just an extra point of failure, and you really want something with tubeless if you don't want to deal with flat tires but still have a great quality ride with air in the tires. I also really like the styling of this scooter. It has this carbon fiber-esque feature here that it's plastic. It is plastic. You're not going to get real carbon fiber on a scooter in the budget price like this. It's nice. It's really nice to look at it. You see how beautiful that is? And it really catches in the sun. When that sun comes across it, it really looks nice. So it is a beautiful scooter. In addition to this, it has these nice plastic covers on the swing arm. Yes, these are plastic. When you look at it close, there is a metal swing arm underneath here, and then this is just a plastic cover. I do wish maybe that these would be completely metal, feel a little bit more premium, but just the look of it alone, it really makes the scooter pop. It's better than your average black scooter, that's for sure. Way better looking. So I like the looks of the scooter. I like the power of the scooter. The braking on the scooter is pretty good too. It has decently sufficient braking for the 25 miles an hour. It rides really well, and you'll notice that this scooter was just designed really well. It's something where they've clearly put a lot of R&D into it, and it's clean. It's very clean, no wires hanging out anywhere, and you kind of expect something like this to last a little bit longer because it is such a good design. It's well designed versus something that's just slapped together with random parts. So I think from that standpoint, you will get a good amount of time out of this scooter. It's going to last a while because the build is quality and the design is quality. That being said, we do have a few issues we need to talk about on the scooter. The first I mentioned while riding is the kick to start up on the throttle. Hopefully that one will get fixed. Next, there's a sticker that I found on the bottom of the scooter that if you take it off, it voids your warranty. I'll show you a little clip. So when we flip the scooter over and we take a look closely here, you're gonna see some stickers and it says warranty void if removed. Now, is that the end of the world? No, I don't think that that's even enforceable in the United States from what I can tell. And I don't think taking that off is really gonna void your warranty. But it is a bit of a disappointment to me that they would even put a sticker like that. And I hope that they just get rid of those stickers completely. That would be my advice. The last thing is obviously underneath that sticker, I decided to open the scooter up. I'll show you that as well. This might not be a very repairable scooter. It's going to be something that you're going to need to take to a shop most likely, or even send back to Navee to get a major repair done. And that's okay, I guess, if you know that going in ahead of time. So that's why I'm telling you. Because some of you might want to buy the scooter and think that it's something you can fix yourself, and it doesn't seem that way. They want to restrict who's repairing it a little bit, which does make it a little safer for repairs. You can trust that it's more honestly and safely repaired if it's through an authorized location, but it also limits the ability of people to repair things. Like at my shop here, I don't think we're going to deal with these scooters just because of a sticker like that. It's just not worth dealing with the liability of ruining somebody's warranty when I take a sticker off. So from my standpoint, it's a little tricky, but I get most of you, it probably doesn't really affect you, and that sticker is nothing to worry about. But once again, it's something that maybe they'll just get rid of if they see this video and they agree. Maybe it's just not the best idea to put those on, especially in the United States over here. The scooter is very well built. I think it's good to go. Hopefully people that don't need repairs because it's so well built and it'll last you a few years and you'll get your monies out of it. I have two other complaints about this scooter and they're somewhat related, and it has to do with the range and the price. And honestly, I feel like this scooter is just a little bit overpriced for the range that I'm getting. And I think that if you catch this scooter on a sale, it's a pretty good deal. But at the full $950 retail price, it's a bit hard when it's only getting 10 to 12 miles for me to justify that price point. So if I was you, I would use a coupon code, get this on sale, get this on Black Friday even. It'll probably be a lot cheaper if you wait and don't buy the scooter right this minute. But it is a good scooter. I do think it's really good. It's just a price point issue there where you're charging $950 for something that's not getting quite the range that other stuff's getting at $950. The 12.5 or 12.75, I believe, amp hour battery is just a little bit on the small side. I would have liked to see this have like a 20 amp hour battery, would be beautiful and would get this thing going a lot farther. But other than that, you know, few small complaints. Obviously, all scooters, I wish they would go faster and be cheaper. But on this one in particular, it's just a little bit overpriced in my opinion at $950. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you decide you want to pick up a Navee ST3 Pro, please don't hesitate. It is a nice looking scooter and the build seems on point. And if you get this, definitely get a helmet. Like I said earlier in the video, it's fast enough to hurt yourself. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Scoota gang out.